Hello and welcome. Anna here from Holistic Healing Energy Medicine. So, bear with me. This is the first time I have tried doing a live video. So, live and learn. All right. So, the Energy Lab is a place where I want you to have the opportunity to explore a little bit around subtle energies. So it's not so much about teaching and a lot of data and information. It's more about encouraging you to get to know your own intuitive senses and what kind of experiences you can have. So each week we do a practice that takes us into feeling a particular element. At the moment, we're going through the main five elements of air, fire, earth, and water. So today we are looking at air. So each week I do a little bit of a review on the previous practice. So last week we looked at the subtle fire. So part of the reason of doing this is so it gives you a chance to explore and play with it over the week, and feel free to send me any feedback you like around your own experiences. And then that way, I will also give you a little bit of feedback on the way I experience that soul element. But I don't want to do that ahead of time because I don't want to lead you toward a particular experience. I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to notice what will happen for you and your own personal experience rather than replicating mine. Because when we're working in the subtle world, everyone's experience is subjective. The way something's going to show up for you can be different to me. But it is helpful to share experiences and to understand what someone else is going on for them, because you might have something similar, or you might have had an experience and you totally doubted it and you're like, oh, okay, that can't be real. But then if I share my experience and that resonates and that actually makes you think twice about what happened, and then you go, oh, okay, and you can actually begin to acknowledge the subtleties of your own experience, because especially when you're starting into the stuff, things are very, very subtle. And over time, with a bit more practice, these subtle senses get a little stronger and a little stronger and a little stronger. So you're able to feel and sense things on a deeper level, as well as a more obviously perceptive level, because sometimes things can be so subtle that it's very easy to dismiss it. So last time we went into subtle fire. And subtle fire, obviously, we think about passion, lighting a fire under someone. Fire is very much about psychic cleansing, purging of toxins. When I tune into fire, like very quickly, I notice at the base of my spine, it's like the fire begins like deep down in the bottom of my spinal cord at the tailbone. And it just starts to tingle, and it feels like a big flame starts to come up through my entire spinal column along my back. So I get a really strong physiological, well, not super strong because it's subtle, physiological, quite dense experience when I just tune into fire. So if you go into the practice, we worked a little bit at bringing in and connecting with the divine spark or the divine fire in the center of the chest, and then allowing that to grow. And then we either created the fire from the base all the way up through us, or in front of you, and then stepped into it if that felt comfortable. Because that's the thing. I'm just inviting you to play with these things. If something doesn't feel comfortable, pull back. You don't, by no means do you have to do it. So when I sensed into the divine fire within and working with that divine spark, it's a lot more refined. It's a little more ethereal than the fire sensation I get through the back of my body. And with that, I kind of work with these in different ways as well. When I want to work on something that maybe I want to clear out physical toxins and use subtle fire, I want to use that more dense physical kind of fire element that I feel through the back of my body. Whereas if I'm wanting to work more with psychic toxins, I'm going to work more with that divine fire, creating that divine spark, creating a fire in which I can step in to burn away all of those psychic toxins.